Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. Today's Monday. It is the 24th, if I'm not mistaken, of September. I already did a recap on my trades today. It wasn't the most profitable day. I still fell a little shy to my daily goal. I'm going to start sharing my screen just so you guys can see what it is that I'm talking about. Today I traded TNDM, very similar to the trade that I had on Friday, Thursday, and Tuesday. But today I closed it a little bit over $300 profit, so not bad, right? But when it came down to my trade on Thursday, I did a little bit over $2,000 profit then. And then when it came down to my trade on Tuesday, I did a little bit over $1,600. So definitely some area of improvement. Something that I do every single Monday right after our Sunday stock talk, which was yesterday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, is I try to make these like weekly videos. I don't like calling them call outs. You should never invest based on other people's opinion. But something that works very well for our Learn Plan Profit group is Ayo, thick Rick. What's going on, William? Something that I think that works out very well for our Learn Plan Profit group is staying very micro focused on whatever's actively trending up. So what do I mean by that, and why is that effective? So I don't know about you guys, but again, if you guys were to walk into a convenience store, a grocery store, and you were given 50 different options for bread, it might be very difficult for you to decide which bread is the best for you because there's so many different options. Again, they're all in different prices. They all supposedly offer different ingredients, but which one's actually the best for you? Same thing with these stocks, especially as you become more well-versed within the stock market, your watch list will continue to grow. And it could be very overwhelming because you're given so many options and so many opportunities throughout the week. So something that we do within the Learn Plan Profit group is I encourage and require that every active trader that we have within Learn Plan Profit on Sunday and on Monday, the time that we take, really to perform and do our technical analysis and to share our number one stock for the week. And yeah, so some of you guys are saying some of you guys like white bread, some of you guys like whole grain or whole wheat. I personally like white bread, right? So and my white bread for this week is right here. This is my active watch list, and I simply did technical analysis on stocks that were not only in my pending reversal watch list, but also in my general watch list. And on top of that, I also went ahead and I went to the Learn Plan Profit Discord chat. And I went on over to the group alerts section. So if you guys open this up to resources under group alerts, there's a series of stocks that the members within Learn Plan Profit have shared, and they do this every single week. You are required, if you are a member within Learn Plan Profit and are an active trader, you are required to share your number one stock that you are focusing on, that it's actively trading up for the week in the group alert section, right? And that's really just it. So I'm going to start doing my breakdowns. Again, in no way are any of these stocks my stock suggestions. You should never trade based on other people's opinion. This is solely based on my opinion and based on what I see as criteria. Again, it doesn't mean that all of these are going to perform exactly the way that I set them out to be. And again, just a friendly reminder that I don't have call outs. You shouldn't invest based on other people's opinion. And please do your own due diligence and understand what it is you are trading at every single time. Again, don't trade based on other people's opinion. So why is DGAS there? LOL. I'm definitely, so that's something that Justin asked me because I was doing my breakdowns. There's two stocks, if I'm not mistaken. There's two stocks in my watch list right now that are not showing signs of an uptrend, not fully showing signs of an uptrend, but I want to pay attention to them. It's what I added. Maybe I can create another watch list and not share those stocks within YouTube and just to keep it apart. Whatever it is that you guys want, I really don't care. You guys let me know in the comment section and I can go from there. So I usually try to keep them under my pending reversal watch list, yes, but I really want to keep a close eye on them. And I'll explain to you why. I'm going to cover the top 5 that I see value in, and then I'll follow up with the remaining 2. So the first one, I talked about it already. I've been trading it nonstop, TNDM. I really like, not only how it performed today on the, 1 day, 1 minute chart, but on the 180-day analysis, again, a very consistent uptrend pattern, had a pretty aggressive sell-off, bounced on the SMA indicator, and is now trending above the the EMA indicator, which is this blue line that you see right here. It's showing signs of an ongoing uptrend. It's showing signs of it making higher highs. And as long as it continues to do that, then it'll be one that I continue to watch. It doesn't mean that I have to trade it every single day. It just means that it's one that I want to watch because I see that it's actively trending up. Easiest way to put it. I see a lot of uptrend potential. I see a lot of its overall direction and its pattern is showing signs of a consistent uptrend. And I found it to be a good deal within, after it had the sell-off. And because this pattern has been so consistent, it's one that I want to watch a little bit closer. And that's why it made it to my active watch list this week. ADBE. So this one was one that was brought up to our attention when it comes down. So I'm going to answer a couple questions at the very end of the video. I do apologize. So that's a good question, Ryan. I'll answer it at the very end of the video, and I hope that that's not disrespectful. I just want to get through this for all those that don't have much time, and then I'll answer open-ended questions at the end. So thank you again. So I like ADBE because it's been very consistent with its ongoing uptrend. It validates a usual support around the SMA indicator. Again, sometimes it does fall a little bit lower than where the SMA indicator is. And again, when it comes down to the overall understanding of this potential reversal, today it had a green day. For those that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit, you guys know that it was in my watch list. We were watching it as it continued to break these resistance levels. All of our alerts were going off. I like the MACD. I like the RSI. One thing that I've been identifying is that it has been making lower highs. So that's something that I want to keep a very close eye on. So you could see that it's been showing, why is my thing not working? Okay. It's been showing signs of a pretty aggressive descending pattern. So with that understanding, it continues to make lower highs and lower lows as well. So although it is showing signs of an uptrend today, what is the difference? What is the difference from something that is showing signs of a reversal to something that is going to continue to uptrend, continue to descend? So based on this pattern, I can make the assumption that as it's approaching this area, based on this current pattern, that it's most likely going to get rejected, right? So one thing that I want to see that it has not done before is that it pushes up, pulls back, makes higher lows, and continues to uptrend, that it shows that it's going to continue to break resistance levels. So that's really just it. So as of right now, it's showing signs more of a descending pattern. I want to see that form of breakout pattern. So I would have locked in profits, and that's something that I talked about as it became a little bit more overextended on the day. As you guys can see, the MACD has been trying to reverse, but it has not been able to fulfill just due to this continuous downtrend pattern. Yes, we're at the SMA line, and yes, it bounced there and it's showing signs of a potential reversal, but let's also understand the movement and the downtrend that it's been showing and how we might want to lock in profits if it shows any signs of a resistance in this area. The reason that I'm talking about this is if it ends up breaking and starts making higher highs, then overall, due to its overall 180-day analysis, we could see that it definitely has potential to come back up to 270 to maybe 275, which when it comes down to the percentage margin of profit that it has to cover at that, is something that a lot of people would find very attractive, around the 3 to 4% margin of profit. Again, nothing huge. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. It's ADBE, Adobe Systems, and something that you guys can look a little bit more into. Just wanted to quickly talk about it. I want to give a shout out again to Parrot for bringing this one up. So this is ticker symbol NOW. I know Ishmael was talking about this being one of his favorite stocks throughout the Sunday Stock Talk. And I know a lot of people within our Facebook group and on Instagram that tagged me. I shouted a couple of them out. If you guys follow me on Instagram, the link is down below. A lot of people ended up doing very well because they really liked the pattern on this specific stock. It was very consistent. It shows a very common support around the SMA indicator, and it continues to make higher highs. Again, being a little bit more conservative, I would see a resistance right around $200. Yes, it can continue to make higher highs, and we could maybe see one at like 210. But again, just with the general understanding of being a little bit more conservative, let's say you get an average price of 193, right? And then you could sell at around 200. Definitely not bad. Almost 4% margin of profit with something that's very consistent. And if you've just been struggling to grow your account and you just, again, want to avoid any active descending pattern, this might be one that you might want to look and learn a little bit more about and see if it's something that would meet your criteria. Just wanted to quickly talk about it. If you like it, great. If not, then guess what? You don't have to trade it. So overall, ticker symbol DDD. Showing signs of a potential continuous uptrend. Had a pretty aggressive sell-off. It's trying to consolidate and show signs of a potential reversal. I got really close to breaking the alert around $19.70 to $20. So if it breaks above that specific price point, being able to reach $21 to $22, the overall percentage margin of profit on this one is definitely a little bit more attractive for our more aggressive traders. One thing, it's definitely closer to that 10% return, but something, again, as when something offers a higher form of, a reward, obviously a higher form of risk ends up coming with it as well, as it becomes a little bit more overbought. And this one definitely does move a little bit more aggressively. So up to you on what it is that you guys want to do. I just wanted to provide something that might have been maybe a little bit more aggressive for those that see value in it. And for those that maybe need to slow things down, then this probably wouldn't be the best one for you. This is ticker symbol CVNA. It's just one that I'm watching. It's actually not showing signs of an uptrend just yet. How do I know that it's not showing signs of an uptrend? It's kind of just consolidating. It's right in the resistance right here, right around $60. The MACD looks good. It's trying to show signs of a reversal. The RSI is good. It's just really struggling to make higher highs, and that's exactly what I needed to do. If it continues to sell off, then I'm not going to trade it, but that's why I have all these alerts set up here. So I'm also going to set an alert if it ends up continuing to make lower lows. I'm just going to remove it from my active uptrend watch list, as I want to focus less on what's potentially going to reverse and focus more on what is showing signs of an uptrend. But I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt, since it's been pretty consistent, and the overall margin of profit when it comes down to percentage growth is definitely very attractive in my eyes. For CVNA, offering a little bit over 15% margin of profit if it covers back up to 70. And obviously, it's been showing signs of a very consistent uptrend pattern with it holding above the SMA indicator. So the last two that I wanted to talk about, and again, these are not showing signs of an uptrend. So if I'm not mistaken, I just covered 5 stocks that are showing signs of an uptrend. There's actually TQQ, which I was going to talk about, but I decided to not really bring up. The reason why is, although it is showing signs of an uptrend, its overall resistance is at around $70. So can you guys help me out with this? Why would I not want to talk about something that, as of right now, if it's at $69 and its resistance is normally at 70, right around $70, or maybe like 70, 50, why would I possibly not want to talk about a stock or trade a stock that is showing signs of an uptrend, but what would it be? So larger margin for loss than for profit, 100%. It's a little bit more on the overbought side. It's not so much of a good deal. And bad margins. I think that's the easiest way to put it, Alex. Overall, the opportunity cost, like, yes, it is showing signs of an uptrend, and yes, I'm sure that it can hit $70 again if it continues this push. The MACD looks good. The RSI looks decent. And it's a very consistent pattern. It could even exceed $70. But again, understanding that it normally gets rejected at around this territory. Just take time out of your day and calculate, what's the margin of profit that I can make on this? From here to about $70, to be conservative, it's about 1.11% margin of profit. And to think that, hey, if you have only 3 day trades to take advantage of an opportunity, is this really one that you want to invest one in? Or can you see something that, if you're a little bit more patient on, and maybe offers a little bit more of a larger margin of profit, then that might be something that you might want to consider instead of TOQQ. So I just wanted to bring it up on why. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of stocks that are showing signs of an uptrend, but also I just wanted to remind you that it's not only what's actively trending up and what's showing signs of an uptrend, but also to make sure that the opportunity cost and the overall deal is still worth it, right? So I'm going to remove TQQQ off of my watch list, since I'm not already trading it and it's already completed a majority of its margin. It's still showing signs of an uptrend, and I hope that all those that are still invested in it continue to make a ton of money on it. But again, it's just, I would lock in profits as it's become a little bit more on the overbought side. So not my bread. AZ Trader, I like it. So, and again, the other one that I wanted to talk about is, we've been talking about this one all week. It's UGAZ. Someone brought it up today with the Learn Plan Profit live stream that we had. I had all my alerts on UGAZ. UGAZ continued to break every single resistance as it broke above $70. What is it that I talked about for those that were tuning in? So, like, should you focus all of your attention to UGAZ or to DGAZ? So what is actively trending up right now? What is actively trending up right now? UGAZ is the one that's actively trending up. So many people brought up the idea of, hey, UGAZ is showing signs of it being very overbought. It's time to go into DGAZ. One of the biggest mistakes, we talked about it on Friday, we talked about it in our Sunday Stock Talk, and we're talking about it again today. It's super overextended, yes, I agree, but it's not showing any signs of a resistance. The example that I gave is, look at the last time that it pushed up to 106. Just to put into perspective, anything can happen. And if something is showing signs of it being very bullish, then again, I want to make sure that we all understand that if it's showing signs of an uptrend, then that should be where we focus on. Yes, we can prepare for the reversal on DGAS, so we can add it to our watch list and keep a close eye on it, but it does not mean that it's a good investment because it's still super over, right? So if we then focus on DGAS, it's still super oversold. It's not showing any signs of a reversal, and you're hoping that it reverses. And yes, it can happen, but it also can continue to depreciate in value. And that's one of the worst feelings, right? Maybe some of you guys got in and wrote it down 5% and like, wow, I really thought I bought it at the bottom. What made you think that you bought it at the bottom? UGAS, which is the inverse ETF, never showed signs of a reversal. And I just want to make sure that you guys all understand that before going in. And again, I'm going to talk about this one very briefly, and this is ticker symbol JDST. JDST looked like it found its support right around $70. It bounced off the SMA. It looks like it's trying to make higher highs. This is one that I want to keep a close eye on because if it continues to make higher highs and show signs of a reversal, great. It makes sense on why it's doing this. But also, if it starts to show signs of a rejection, then it's showing signs of it potentially making, lower highs and lower lows altogether. So again, this one's one that I'm watching closely. It's not showing signs of an uptrend, but I just wanted to explain on why I have it in my watch list, and at least I felt like you guys deserve that. So Ricky, if you could please break down CRM and DNR. Okay, feel free to direct message me. I really do, again, and I mean this with the utmost respect. By you donating, it doesn't mean that I am going to break down the stocks. If you message me right now on Discord, that's the best way to get in contact with me when it comes down to any messages, when it comes down to technical analysis, as that's where I answer, thousands of messages, hundreds of messages every single day. Instagram, please don't message me there if it has to do with something about investing. Don't message me on Facebook. Discord is the #1 way on how to message me. So, okay, so if you can direct message me, I'd love to talk to you about it and, go into a little bit more detail about it. So, yeah, all right. All right, so that's pretty much it for this specific video. I know some of you guys really do like these videos. They're a little bit different than the Sunday Stock Talk. Our Sunday Stock Talk is usually focused on our members and doing technical analysis for all of you. This video is mainly for my breakdowns and talking about why I see value in the certain stocks that are in my active uptrend watch list. Again, none of the stocks that I talked about today are in any way any stock suggestions. They're just based on my technical analysis and something that I'm going to follow up with along the way. So again, if you want to watch me trade live every morning, that's the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library. If I'm not mistaken, that's that first link in the description. You're more than welcome to check it out and learn a little bit more about what it has to offer. There's a bunch of reviews online that you're more than welcome to check out for feedback. And altogether, if you just want to join our free group, which is Tech But Solutions, we have a little bit over 160,000 members, and we also do offer a free group chat. So again, that's that third link in the description if you want to check that out yourself. But yeah, again, this video will re-upload after I close it out right now, and that's really just it. So I really do appreciate your guys' time. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I look very tight. I tried to be a little bit more energetic in this video, and unfortunately, I feel like a little bit under the weather, not too bad, but I'd responded to a little bit over a couple hundred messages through Discord for the past like 3 to 4 hours, and I'm just very monotone right now just because I was just on my laptop responding to messages. So again, we had a lot of messages that were just a bunch of FAQs. If you guys can do me the biggest favor and just know that I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube and they're to answer these FAQs. And if you just want a better way on how to work with me, I don't offer any one-on-one training. I don't offer signals. I don't trade in crypto. I'm not going to talk about taxes. Again, if you want to learn and watch me trade live every day, I offer the Learn, Plan, Profit Lesson Library. If you don't want to, invest in that and you just want to stay connected, then we offer the Tech But Solutions group. That's all. Absolutely, that's all. And that's the only thing that I offer. So please, with all due respect, I hate saying no to you guys, but when people ask me to meet in person or for any more assistance and stuff like that, any other alternative other than LPP, that I don't offer anything else. So yeah, thank you guys again for your time. I think I'm going to go to the gym for a little bit and then get some rest. So I hope you guys can continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. Let's be very patient and let's be very consistent this week. Let's lock in those profits. And let's make sure that we end the year, end the week, right, on a green note, guys. So thank you guys again for your time. And like always, wow, I already said that. Yeah, I'm a little tired. So hopefully we earned your thumbs up and hopefully you guys can subscribe if you found this video helpful. So thank you guys again for your time.